Hello, everybody, and welcome to Watkins, Glen for the round of New York. It's big news item is this for once that we've ever been here. It's not pouring rain. I think the drivers and fans like this big, nice summer date it has instead of its classic spring date it always tried getting. The big news item was the fact that the Petronas Honda team. Both cars are starting on, well, no, they're not starting on the back row. I think James Shelley's dead last because he wrecked in the S's in final practice. However, both Kenny Myatt and Henry Sanford are going to be starting from the back of the field as a, Henry Sanford's car caught on fire before first practice and, ended up torching both their cars and their backup cars. So, they had to sit out qualifying, and only Myatt got out for about 5 minutes in the final practice session in his replacement car that they sent from Sandusky, Ohio, which is where Petronas' American base is. Both their cars are pretty quick cars in their respective races. These cars have both raced before. Henry Sanford has his round of Montana car that was repaired up, and his round of Montana car was really strong. And Kenny Myatt has what everybody said could be the best race car ever to set foot in an ARCSOA Elite Series race. His Road Atlanta car, which Nathan McCain won the year before in, Myatt has nicknamed it Tornado, and because that car sweeps through turns like one, and it's gonna have a big, it's never lost a race it's ever been a part of, because I believe Nathan McCain had it once before, or somebody drove it once before and didn't lose with it. So I believe that car is going to be a real rocket ship, I think, but it's coming from the back, so it's never lost a race. However, I think this could be the first one because he's starting way in the back. No standing start today as well because of apparently there's something with the starting line. They didn't want to do a standing start here. Other than that, championship battle's heating up, and let's get down to the race. Matt Duncan leads the field down to the green here at the round of New York, and we've already got a problem, I think, with one of the cars further back not wanting to go. I thought I saw Roman Rahal, and it looks like we got a ton of problems further back. Looks like a very slow start back here for some. Very bunched up start, bad start for Vander Petch, but DJ Curtis gets off to a big lead as they rise up over the hill. We got a big wreck. That's Tyler Thaber and Andrew Cross. We kind of saw that one starting. And that's not good for them as the field rushes down to the bus stop. We'll take a look at that in a little bit. This is a very scary section of the track here, the bus stop chicane. So far, everybody's so good through there. Oh, no! Jake Baskier's around, and Nick Pericles has got a piece. A little further back. Seems like everybody else is doing a good job getting around this there. Oh, no, maybe Thaber's a little wide there, but Pericles having a lot of problems here as they enter the boot section of the track. Cars are pretty quick around this track. They like the grip levels on this track a lot, so here they go, entering the toe of the boot, I believe this is. This is either the toe or the heel. Oh, Jessica Shelton and Katone Nakagawa. Shelton is upside down many times, and the car rests right there. Nakagawa is done as well. DeLise and Sanford get held up. Myatt's had a dreadful start to this race, getting blocked by a bunch of cars. He was the fastest car in final practice as Ryusu's coming into the pits. And now, whoa, look at Noah Hart slide to the outside there, trying to make sure that he can get as much ground as he can. But as you go up the hill, DJ Curtis leads over Nick Mace, Matt Duncan, Tanya Jackwater, Noah Hart, Sean Angel, Skylar Johnson, Tuomas Cernan, Chris Washer, and Allie Nelson. I have a feeling this could be a hotbed for trouble in the future here, as this track is being a little bit wild. So on the start, it looks like Tyler Thaber and Andrew Cross just got into each other and started pushing towards the wall, and oh, there's Nico Polyakov getting a piece.
right there. He would fall, I think Polyakov would stay in it. Josh Travell's race would go from pretty mediocre down in 14th position to bad when he would grenade the Subaru right there coming out of the outer loop. And he would fall out of the race. A tough break for Travell. Meanwhile, Chris Washer in the Ferrari would have a similar instance with him grenading the 28 car right here. Comes up here in a second. Yeah, right there. Saarinen grenades the 28 car. Or, I'm sorry, Washer grenades the 28 car. Right there. Meanwhile, you got a pretty ferocious pack here. Oh, Saarinen's coming into the pits now. Maybe there's a big problem with the two Ferraris, because Saarinen's coming in now, and that's going to hurt Saarinen's chances for a win today. Meanwhile, Christian Van der Pesch is battling, our point leader's battling along with Delise. Delise didn't like the move there, and they're going to go off the track here on lap number 3, so we're already seeing a very crazy start to this race. A lot of drivers really not paying attention there with each other and are racing each other pretty aggressively. Meanwhile, Nick Mace would make a move on DJ Curtis for the lead, right on the inside of Curtis there, and put Nick Mace up into the lead of the race right here. Curtis would actually fall a little bit further down the order here, as DJ Curtis is now battling for third with Matt Duncan and with Sean Angel here as they go through the part of the booth there. Noah Hart would break down now on the 18 car. This track's been very hard on cars today. He was actually in second position in front of DJ Curtis here. And right here, oh, Nathan McCain drives into him, the reigning champion. McCain would drive into him, and out of the race they both would go. Tough break for both of them, but it's been a very high attrition-filled race so far in this one. Crazy start. Meanwhile, Ryan Griffin would then wreck his 82 car and fly off the track here and out of the race. He would just lose it there, so I'm not sure what Ryan Griffin was doing, but he just lost control of the car. Very rare to see an ARCSOA driver do that in today's ARCSOA, because these cars do tend to handle well, so I'm wondering if something broke on that car. Henry Sanford is all the way up to, I believe we're going to get a position update now. Remember, he started way back in 41st position, and he's, with all the attrition, he is up to 9th position right now. Let's see where his teammate is, Kenny Meid, who is the fastest car on track. He is down in 17th. Gonna be a bit, but I think Meid can get up there. Can get up the order if he plays his cards right. That car, like I said, is the fastest car on the grid right now by a clear country mile, and he is just clicking off cars left and right. There's Trek Tauger and Roman Rahal. Rahal's a lap down because on the start he had a tire, I believe, going down on the start of the race. This track is very slippery, it looks like, so Nick Mace has a big lead over Sean Angel, meanwhile, as DJ Curtis continues to fall backward on the start here as Matt Duncan's trying to pass him on the outside. There's Skyla Johnson going on the inside around him as they try and work their way around this circuit. It's been, like I said, one of the more difficult ones we've been to so far. And Matt Duncan's doing his best to keep everybody in check, to say the least. But Duncan's having a good run today. Two more cars having a good run would be Michael Cavagnaro and Kyle Schock Jr. as they're both being threatened by Henry Sanford. Ooh, Sanford and Cavagnaro nearly made some contact there. There was possibility of we maybe seeing Alan Cavagnaro back on a part-time basis next year. Unsure of that. Possibly with buying the old... but he can't buy the old Binghamton cars because of the new chassis next year, new bodies and chassis next year, but possibly next year with their own team, part-time entry with Michael and Alan Cavagnaro. So it's going to be interesting to see if that happens with Alan Cavagnaro. I'm not sure if Michael Cavagnaro has a ride next season, as Aaron Perkins is a little further down the order in 10th position, doing pretty well. Nathan Hudson having a pretty impressive run in 11th. Haven't seen this kind of run out of Hudson yet. Hudson's been largely anonymous because he's been at the back of the pack the whole time. Oh, Myatt's got a problem! Myatt, I think, wrecked the car. And that's not good because that was his favorite car, and it looks like it got wrecked. Now, he's on the back of Roman Rahal, and Rahal should be getting out of the way. Myatt didn't like that. And, oh, Rahal just went flying there. Surprised he didn't go over. But, yikes. Rahal should have maybe gotten out of the way there. He's a lap down, and, well, Roman Rahal has been making a lot of really dumb decisions lately, and when Myatt's the fastest car on the track, he knows he didn't have time to wait, and pretty much he gave Rahal a bump there. I don't think that was a wise decision either, but Rahal was kind of driving like a jackass. Pardon my French there. Meanwhile, James Shelley would hit the curb down there in the bus stop and fly off the track as well, so we're starting to see that this track is not easy even in the dry. Nick Mace right now is putting on a lecture of how to road course race right now up front. He is right now murdering everybody. We're hearing that Mace might retire again. Even though the ARCSOA America team is coming back, we're unsure if Matt Duncan will be a part of it either. They might be going for 2 young Americans next year. And, well, Duncan I think they would take back, but looks like Duncan's going to bring it down pit road as well here. No, he's not. Never mind. I thought he was. But the big mover now is Henry Sanford in the Petronas car coming straight from the back of the field. He is now showing how to get through this field cleanly while his teammates been struggling. Well, his teammates struggled for a while and, well, had that pretty silly incident. A little further up, you got the 2 Red Bulls of DJ Curtis and Vincent Allen battling side by side. Vincent Allen's, of course, a lap down after a tire going down. Vincent Allen's had a pretty disastrous year, and his car looks pretty slow in that matter as well. As 3 wide there. Oh, contact there between Duncan and Shock. Shock didn't enjoy that. And here we go. Duncan and Vincent Allen are around. And it looks like Duncan is going to fall way out there. Looks like they're both done. So Shock's setting up a move, trying to box Duncan in. Duncan decides he's going to go underneath there. And, well, Shock, I think, was kind of trying to be a little bit over-exuberant there and just took out 2 people. Kind of a ridiculous move there by Kyle Shock Jr., if I do say so myself, but we've been seeing a lot of that, and, well, you just took out Vincent Allen and Matt Duncan in the process. Coming up here on, the lap car of Paula Thanos. Thanos had her hood taken off for cooling reasons, actually, and, well, would come up in front of Tyler Thaber and wreck them both into the wall. That was a battle for position as well. Charles Sanford would grenade the DNC car from 12th. Sanford's season hasn't been great, but DNC announced he will be the lead driver next year, so he has that going for him. Unsure, and Kyle Collins, who was out on injury the last couple of years, for the last year and a half after a pretty nasty open wheel crash, will be his teammate. Today, right now, is looking like it will be a big day for Sean Angel, points-wise. Angel is a little further down the points order, but with his teammate Vander Pesch out and Myatt out, and Ryan Griffin out, and pretty much everybody out, that would be a factor. Angel will be a threat today for trying to get back into the points contention. As Henry Sanford went a little wide there, as did DJ Curtis. Today could be a good day for Curtis as well. Aaron Perkins losing a lot of ground. Michael Cavagnaro is one of the faster cars on track in the Binghamton car, which is a nice showing by Binghamton, to be honest. Nick Mace would lead the field down to the pit road now, as looks like Vincent Allen with more issues today. Tuomas Saarinen there trying to see what's up with that car. Henry Sanford towards the back is also on pit road. Sanford has worked his way up to 4th before the pit stop, so Sanford will be a threat, as I think he was running faster than Nick Mace at that stage of the race, or at the early stage of the race so far. So here comes Sanford out of the pits. We're going to see how far behind he'll be. Slow pit road speed here, only 45 mile an hour. And it looks like he will beat out a couple of his compadres. He's going to come out with Nelson, it looks like. That's the battle for 3rd. But Nelson's going to put him into the wall, and Nelson lets him go. I think because ARCSOA probably waved to say to let him go. Skyla Johnson, who pitted a little bit earlier, now is firing her way up the grid now. The Road America winner. Oh, Mace just grenaded the 40 fake car! Mace just grenaded the ARCSOA America car, and that's going to give Angel the lead, and oh, maybe not! That was a bit risky there. Henry Sanford got held up a little bit there by Mace. Mace is trying to get out of the way. Mace kind of drives into the tire wall to get out of the way. And as his competitors get by the odor, wow, Ike Durbin doing really well. Is he in 5th? Yeah, Ike Durbin's in 5th. Good job by the Audi sport team. They've had a disastrous year, mainly because Audi won't fund him, because they're looking at next year. So now you got Sean Angel with a pretty big lead now. Or with a lead now, I shouldn't say pretty big, because Henry Sanford is chasing him down with a sort of aggression that I would see out of a wily veteran Henry Sanford has here. Oh my god, that car is so much faster than whoa! Angel's car does not look right, and Sanford's car is just so much quicker than his. It's not even funny how fast the Patronus is as they kind of enter the boot section of the track. And oh, contact! Sanford in the wall! And that, or no, Angel in the wall, and that might give Sanford a penalty, so... And Johnson just grenaded, or maybe hit Angel there from 3rd, giving Allie Nelson 3rd, or 2nd now. And Henry Sanford might get an inquiry, whatever, a steward's office visit after that. Because that did not look very clean by Henry Sanford. I was just praising it for driving pretty, like a wily veteran, and then he makes a stupid move like that. Oh, Sanford in the wall! Oh, no! Well, to say this race isn't at action, that'd be, inaccurate, to say the least. You know, there was once a time where these ARCSOA Elite Series races were such fail-fests that everybody complained about them. Well, I think we're getting to that level today. This race has been rather stupid, but if I'm Sean Angel here battling for the lead, and this happened to me, I'd be livid. And I bet Sean Angel is going to have nice words with, oh, that's what happened to Johnson. I thought she blew up, but there was contact there. If I was Sean Angel, I'd be very, very upset there. Oh, what happened to Ryusu back there? Well, I think the dumb move of the race has to go to Nick Mace after this one, as he would hit the wall and ricochet in front of Ryusu, causing him to flip over. He would still drive that car away, but that was pretty idiotic of him. So now Henry Sanford's catching up to DJ Curtis there, and Vincent Allen. DJ Curtis is actually taking over 2nd over Nelson. Nelson's about 2 seconds off the pace. So now it's DJ Curtis versus Henry Sanford, and Sanford's just lighting it up and driving away. However, DJ Curtis won the round of Lime Rock last year because James Shelley got penalized for doing a rather stupid maneuver. I could see that happening here. I honestly could. Henry Sanford pulled off a really dumb move and wrecked a perennial favorite of the race, which is a big no-no. I'm just saying. Well, Henry Sanford is now behind Cody Lamas, and Sanford is flying around trying to get in front of Lamas, but Lamas is actually holding him up quite a bit there. Lamas was on pit road for 7 minutes after mechanical problems with that car, and he's still running 22nd. Kind of shows you how stupid some of the people have been today. And, well, it looks like Sanford's having a lot of trouble getting by Lamas. Bad run for both the Mercedes United cars. They're both multiple laps down, or well, one's multiple laps down, the other one is Charlotte's multiple laps down. I believe Hudson's only a lap down. Allie Nelson's regained some of that speed she lost and now is regaining back in on DJ Curtis. But big lead by Henry Sanford right now. Ike Durbin was running top 5 earlier, however, he's dropped down to 11th after a pretty slow issue there with a tire going down, possibly. He's now a lap down. We believe Henry Sanford might be coming into the pits this time. I would think soon. Sanford would. Nope, he's not this time. He's whipping around. Also issues for Michael Cavagnaro. He's down to 9th on a lap down after a tire going down. So, tough break for Cavi as well there. Kyle Shock Jr. running in 10th is holding up Cooper Siren and Trek Tauger here for 6th and 7th, and I don't think Siren was happy about that. Tried wrecking him, and, well, Siren took himself out of the race there. And I believe Kyle Shock Jr. is going to continue his reign of terror today, which it has been a bit of a reign of terror. Alex Allen so far has had a pretty quiet run. He's in 8th position and a disappointing effort by the Kerbum entry. Kerbum is, we don't believe is coming back next year. They might, for all we know. Right now there's 44 full-time cars, I believe, on the grid, and possibly more coming. Of course, only 42 will take the grid, so there will have to be some kind of pre-qualifying system. However, Alex Allen's doing a great job. Henry Sanford pitted a lap earlier than DJ Curtis. DJ is, of course, going to be in lead now, as I believe second place actually is now Henry Sanford. I don't even know who's in third. Third is actually Tanya Jackwater, who's coming into the pits now. So it kind of shows you how far off everyone is. Great run by the former Warcom team, the Walkier Enterprises car. That's going to be called the Freo and Sato group next year, I want to say. But now it's DJ Curtis's turn to come down pit road pretty soon. However, Henry Sanford's race would come to an end later on as he would blow up the car and I believe hit a wall. That's why it would be labeled as accident later on. But Henry Sanford would fall out of the race from the lead. Kind of karmic retribution for Sean Angel, and we believe that there would be an issue on pit road between the two. Meanwhile, DJ Curtis from the lead would have a tire going down, and that would hurt his chances as well, so he would lose the lead as well. So tough break for Curtis. All this idiocy that's taken place, and now we actually are hearing that he has more issues with that car, DJ Curtis. Actually, maybe an engine going in that car. Engine went in that car. Is putting Allie Nelson in the lead with the two Walkiers in second and third. I believe Jackwater is a little in front of Trek Tauger. So the two Walkiers are having a great race by just pretty much keeping it on the pavement. But Allie Nelson's leading the race right now, and Walkier could walk themselves into a really good finish. However, the big thing now is Allie Nelson is losing a lot of time to Tanya Jackwater in the 33 car. About a second a lap. Tanya Jackwater is quicker than the Allie Nelson car. So now we're looking at Allie Nelson as possibly being a problem here. But she is coming down pit road. We're going to see what Jackwater does here. I don't know if that's scheduled or not, actually. Maybe there is a problem with that car. It looks like Jackwater's going to stay out Durbin in the wall there. I don't believe Cooper Tires brought a very good tire compound to this track either, as it seems like these cars are a little bit slidey today, to say the least. But Jackwater now in the lead. Looking a little further back, there's Trek Tauger. Tauger has some left side damage from somewhere. Tauger's going to pit, though. So now it's Jackwater versus Nelson, pretty much. Jackwater would then bring it down pit road as Allie Nelson now becomes the factor in this race. And that's not even going to be close. Looks like Nelson's going to clearly take the lead away from Jackwater here. I don't think it'll be any... Yeah, because Jackwater's just pulling into the pit box now, and Nelson has already passed her. So now, Nelson just got to keep it on the pavement and she'll win. After a relative calm final couple of laps, we only saw Tyler Thaber fall out due to, it says accident, but I didn't see anything there. I saw Thaber just drove into the pits and fell out. Kind of the same with Curtis, honestly. After a couple of relative tame win, and then Alex Allen blew up. After a tame finish, though, Allie Nelson would pretty much just walk home and take the victory in a very chaotic and rather stupidity-filled round of New York. We've seen this before out of Watkins, Glen. Second is going to go to Tanya Jackwater, provided that she comes across the line. Not sure if that'll happen knowing this track. Kind of a disappointing race, to be honest with you, because nobody knew how to drive. Also, I believe Cooper brought a pretty crap tire. Jackwater's going to come second, and a long way down the order is Trek Tauger, but he would come third. Let's go down to your full finishing result.